I was listening. From what I took away from it, there's a lot of learning that needs to be done on both parts, through the city, for the cops as well, the police force. A lot of communication and relationships to be bonded. There should be a lot more safety and reassurance between the cops and the people, because that's who's out there on the streets. I think most people are scared right now with all that's going on. So I think poise is necessary, control for our, self-control per se, for our own people is very much necessary.
Do you feel like you guys were listened to?
Yes, most definitely. We have a lot more to talk about, and that's further going to be forward, more meetings and such. So they seem genuine, which I respect completely. So we're going to keep moving forward and keep doing that.
And what were your experiences like being out there in the protesting in the last few nights?
I know for sure. I got out there most days pretty early on in the day with some friends. Did not think I was going to be in this position at all. So being in the forefront during the day, it was peaceful the whole time. Using our voice to connect with the crowds in the community. It was great. I liked the energy. I think it was progress. Once it got nighttime, there was a little less control. There was that's when people who necessarily weren't on our side completely, they had their own agendas, were taking their own actions. We can't control people. I'm my own person. They're their own people there. So I think definitely it was a eye-opening experience, because this is all new to me as well.
Were you? Did you meet with the chief the other night at the precinct?
Yes,
and yes, last night seemed it was peaceful throughout, and there were efforts by members of protesters marching to kind of quiet down people who might have been intent on causing problems. How did that work?
I know me and Life were out there the whole time. We were keeping people together, unity. We were sitting in Pioneer Square for a majority of the time. Any recklessness we saw, we tried to shut it down completely, because we wanted to keep it peaceful. So that was just a group effort. It's not a one or two person thing that we can do. There was a lot of people out there that were helping us and working together.
Do you think there's room in this protest for the rage and some of the violence? Do you think there should be a space for that, or would you personally prefer it to be nonviolent, peaceful? That sends a better message.
I can't speak for other people. For myself, I wasn't raised as a violent person. Communication is necessary for all matters, but I understand people's frustration and anger in that situation. So, yeah.
Any more questions? I'm here to support them.
Just what were your experiences being on the street? And I don't know if you met with the chief on the last event.
I was part of the initial conversation, but I decided it was more important to let people from Portland talk to the police of Portland, so I decided to stay out of that conversation. In my experience of the protest, like I said, coming from Dallas, I have been in a protest before, but I've never seen so many myriads of colors inside one protest. Normally where I'm from, the people who are involved in the issue are the people who are advocating for the issue. Coming out here, I saw so many people who were not directly involved but felt so affected that they involved themselves, and that was beautiful to see. There were so many people that came out who did not know where they stood, but they wanted to stand somewhere because they knew they needed to take a stand. They came for information. They came to ask questions. How can I help? How can I assist your cause? How can I be better? And I've never had that experience. It was wonderful to see, and it was eye-opening to see. It let me know that I'm not the only person who knows that there is a space for dialogue, and there's a space for concern and care, and it can be done no matter what our differences are. And it was just beautiful to see, guys. Very beautiful to see.
Well, thank you all for your time. We are hopeful we're going to have plenty of opportunities to continue this conversation and dialogue. But for today, we will conclude this event. Thank you.